And once again, the mics did not turn off when I went live.
Oh crap! I didn't even look at that.
I could have been just over here, just letting it rip from the heavens, and it would not have. Whatever.
Oops.
Fine, cool. Like, I guess you all know what happens behind the cameras. So, hey, look, folks, we're back. It's 2026. There's a lot going on. We're going to be talking about some new animes that have been coming out because they just threw a bucket of anime on us, and it was just
For real.
like, fend for yourself. And I was like, whoa, wait, hold on. One of them is a prequel. One of them is a returning. Is it part 2 of season 3?
Mm-hmm.
I want to say
Mm-hmm.
another one is one I didn't even know about. That I just happened to come onto Crunchyroll. I was just scrolling and I was like, "Oh, this looks cool," and it was amazing. Might be the anime of the year. I'm thinking. I don't know. This is very first. Oh,
That's saying it because it's only the first month of the new year.
you know what? That's true.
That's
It is only the first month, and there's a lot.
yeah.
You're right. You're
Like
right.
that's a lot.
Let me pace myself. And we have one that we're dying for it to come back. Truthfully, so there's a lot to talk about. Java, are you ready?
I'm witty,
I'm
witty.
not even going to talk about the hat, folks. Let's have some fun and let's go. That's how the mic's turned off. Hey, folks, what's up? This is TBA, and it was into your anime and gaming updates show. Thank you very much. We are presented by the Hungry Bleak channel. I am Antonio Famaris, aka the Hungry Bleak, the hungriest man in the room.
What up? It is your girl Jabba here. Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
It's our first show of the year. I
Yeah,
feel like I should have like one of those things where you pop and all the confetti and everything comes out, but I ain't cleaning up that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
yeah. No, my nerves be shot anyway. I don't like
Not
a
in a
lot of
mood.
noises.
Exactly. Like I got anxiety. Like I don't want my bladder to, because I'm 48 now. Since we've had our hiatus, I've turned 48. So that loud popping might just make my bladder go nope, and it all shut off. I'm just saying. Thing after like 40, things get a little tricky. Thing things get. We were just having a conversation about menopause and perimenopause. Look, there's something we talk about on the show is very interesting. Aside from anime, comics, whatever, it's very interesting. Just life stuff. But Java, let's get this out of the way. How was your New Year's?
It was pretty good. Just had some seafood with my mom and drank, and went to bed. And then fireworks went off at 12 o'clock at night. I'm like, turn that crap off because I'm ready to go to bed. I don't want to hear that mess.
That sounds about right. I don't know. I'm not sure what mine was like. I'll be honest with you, I can't even really remember it. I'll be
No,
honest
because
with you.
we didn't play Destiny that night. No.
No, we didn't. You know what? I think I actually just read. I chilled. I had some eggnog, and I was good.
Did it
I
have any
think
Jack
that's honestly
Daniels
what
in it?
happened. It had rum, bourbon, and
Oh,
something else was in it. It had like rum, bourbon,
I feel like that's stuff you could put to make your chest hairs grow.
and whiskey. I want to say was in it. Very good.
Ooh,
Very nice, sweet. Like still had the sweet taste to it. Was very good. I genuinely enjoyed it. Genuinely enjoyed it. You know what else I'm enjoying, Java? All this damn anime that was thrown at us. It's ridiculous. So we're gonna start with that. We're gonna start with Java and Jujutsu Kaisen, season
yes.
3.
So just like how my buddy Antonio said, like literally, anime just like was like, all right, New Year, take your stuff, watch it. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
Um, and they dropped the first two seasons, not seasons, Jesus, the first
It's
two
like, wait, what?
episodes.
Got me. I was like, wait, what?
No, no,
I
no.
gotta go.
No, it's the first two episodes on Crunchyroll. Um, and it was like, oh, they're right here. And apparently, from what you were telling me before, is that they were taken from the movie because obviously the animation quality was completely different. And I'm a sucker for animation quality. I'm like, oh, this pretty. I like it. I like how they got it going.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, so it opens up into the not fully into the calling games, but kind of like does like a little bit of a backtrack, goes into like who are the new players in this new season that you're going to see, which I'm going to enjoy because I know I did finish reading the manga, but I forgot. So I'm just going to kind of go in there blindly all over again and
Mhm.
watch stuff. But yeah, if you haven't watched the first 2 episodes, go ahead and watch them.
I went to go see the movie,
Right.
like I said, Execution, which I already gave my thoughts on it. It was just disappointing to me because it was like 45 minutes of recap. Then it started out in season 3 with the new with the first 2 episodes, but I fell asleep 5 minutes in because they gave me 45 minutes of recap filler, and I had been up since I think like 3 o'clock that morning. I was
Mm-hmm.
out. I woke up. There were 5 minutes left in the movie. I was like, "Wait, what happened? Alliances are changing. New people have showed up." I was like, "Wait, hold on, wait." And somebody was somebody, and they were like 2 people were like siblings now. I was like, "Wait, hold on, wait, what?" I thought I was having a fever dream. I really did. Um, but it is beautiful, like you're saying, the way that the episode even opens up
Mm-hmm.
with the how big and cinematic it is when he's running
Mm-hmm.
through the hallway and he's on that creature. I watched it, like I said, on the screen, and it was big and beautiful. When I watched at home, it felt just as big, just as beautiful, just as bold. It was incredible. I was like, wow. It usually sometimes you don't get that same kind of translation. And it felt
Mm-mm.
big. I was like, oh wow. That shows quality, that shows an improvement in whatever you're already doing, which the animation was already crazy. Great. I'm excited to watch it. Since I fell asleep. Horrible, but I'm excited to watch it, and I'm excited for what's going to be happening in season 3. Now the manga is over, correct?
Yes, because it's been over for a few months now. I'm pretty sure it's been over a few months. 'Cause I did read some stuff because there's things that people are gonna get pissed off about. And like I said, there's gonna be change of hands and stuff. No pun intended because of the fingers. um, but yeah, no, I believe everything it's complete. Yeah, because it's been a
And
while. I've read so many mangas like over like the past like year of 2025. Like I can't even keep up anymore, honestly.
I'm excited for it. And I want to see what they're going to do, and I probably will go back and rewatch Zero again just because I absolutely love that movie. It was
That one was good.
I am watching it at home. When I got Crunchyroll and it was up, I was like, all right, let me watch this one. So I watched season 1 first. I watched it. I was like, oh my god, I'll probably end up. I've actually started rewatching season 2, so I'm at I think the last maybe 10 episodes. So
Okay, so
he hasn't changed over to the dark
oh,
side
okay.
yet. So I'm preparing myself for that point, and then when he changes back, and it's just that clawing on the pavement concrete. When they showed that in the
Yeah.
movie, you felt it was, yeah. So I'm very much excited for this. Jujutsu Kaisen season 3, first 2 episodes are out now on the crunchy of roll.
Hmm.
That's not how they that's not even how they describe it. But next up is Sentenced to Be a Hero. This just dropped, I want to say last week. I was playing Destiny. I was having trouble with the servers. They were conquering. They were kicking me out like 3 times. I said, you know what? Never mind. Let me go on Crunchyroll. Let me find something. Then I said, you know what? They throw stuff up there randomly all the time. Let me see what's happening here.
Hmm.
Um, and they did it, and I was like, oh my god, what is this? So I said, okay, let me check this out. Sentenced to Be a Hero. It's dubbed. Bet you got me. Watched it within the first 10 minutes. I was like, oh, this is what we're doing right now. I was absolutely floored by this anime. Basically, um, you, the, it's like kind of like a medieval like fantasy type of anime.
Hmm.
Um, you follow this character named Xylo, which I love that name for some reason, and I love the way it's spelled Xylo.
Oh,
So the
okay.
character is on this world, and they're fighting fairies, but the fairies don't look like fairies. They're like these huge, big, monstrous. They almost look like sea creatures because they have like the glowing. You know how there's that fish that has like the glowing antenna that hangs off their head.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like some type of dangler fishy
Right.
thing.
It
Yeah.
looks like that. And fighting them, but those are the fairies. fighting them.
Mm.
Then you find out that um yeah, he's one of the heroes, quote unquote, that's helping the Holy Knights. But the heroes are looked down upon because they are criminals. They're convicts who are sentenced to be heroes, hence the name. That's their punishment. They have to redeem themselves um, because of whatever crimes they've
Mm.
done. So they have to help the Holy Knights, but they're looked down upon as vagrants, just like how people will look down on prisoners or convicts here. But these are convicts who are trying to redeem themselves in some way, shape, or form. They've been given a chance. Um, and you see him adorned in tattoos, and he has some abilities, but we're not exactly sure where they come from just yet. But he's extremely strong. He can almost do like a triple step from Destiny or uh, uh the Devil May Cry.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost like a flying ability almost. Think of almost a hunter and a warlock, their kind of step
Oh,
together.
okay.
He throws daggers, and when the daggers hit the fairies, they explode. Huge explosion. This anime was so huge and big. The first episode is about an hour long. I didn't even realize it.
Ooh, okay.
So there's so much in there. And you find out on this world that there are goddesses. And you can have a blood god, you can have a blood bond with a goddess, and you can get her power if you almost like pledge allegiance to her and that you'll praise her.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The goddesses seem to be very vain and very vindictive, as gods can tend to be at times.
Mm-hmm.
But then we find out the reason why Xylo was convicted is because he was convicted of killing a goddess, which is like the one of the biggest crimes possible. Once you find this out, it's all just craziness. You find he was also one of the Holy Knights at a point, and he made a
Mm.
bond in desperation with one of the goddesses. There's so much more to the story, and the fact that they've built this layer of this world is beautiful, although dark and fantasy like.
Mm-hmm.
The fights are epic and huge and big, and they are breakneck speed. It's almost like there's a different animation to it. At a certain point,
Mm.
you can even see the animation click, and it just jumps right off. It's so fast and furious and beautiful, and it just yes. The world is expansive. The characters I care about, and I want to know more about them because they all have such interesting backstories, and I want to know
Mm-hmm.
about this goddess because he actually is partnered with another goddess and a young squire. There's also a thing
Okay.
about when they die, there's kind of a resurrection thing as well, which they didn't really get into too much. There's a lot in this, and I am so hyped to see and just know all about it. I can't wait till the next episode. Honestly, I need it. I need this a whole season already now.
I'm already thinking about different plot lines for this anime, and I've never seen it, but just like the way you're describing it, one question is, once you kill the fairies, do you turn to fairy dust?
No, they explode, or at
They don't
least that's what
explode to
happens
fairy
when
dust?
Stylo kills them because of
Okay.
his power. So I don't know,
Okay.
but
And
they
then
look nothing like them. Yes.
two, my thought is, I feel like this character Xylo, who made a pact with another goddess, had a had a had an order where like the goddess, whoever he made a pact with, needed to kill another goddess out of some type of jealousy. That's where my mind's going, because I feel like that could be a reason why.
Could be, but I have no idea. But that's
I
what's
know.
exciting about me is that I don't know, and I'm going to be finding out. He almost reminded me a little bit of Guts, and I hope it doesn't get that dark and that torturous.
Oh.
Exactly. But just the look at it, as you can probably see, he's the character kind of in the center.
Mm-hmm. With the red
Um,
scarf.
yeah, with the red scarf. That's him. The woman in front of him is a goddess. The young girl in front of him. The
Of course.
one to the bottom right, that's like the young kid that he's also being partnered with, who helps him as well. He almost has he uses a weapon that the Holy Knights use, which is almost like this spark sword rifle. That's the only way that I can explain it. I don't know.
Okay.
It looks like an arc weapon. Actually, it is
Mm-hmm.
basically an arc weapon. With that, but this was amazing. I'm here for it. Give me more. Absolutely. Yes. I don't know what else to tell you, but yes.
Just
This,
yes.
this was all I have a feeling this can be, because of the world and because of how much is there, this can be contender of anime of the year.
Mm.
it's got to be in the conversation because I was thrown through a huge loop when I'm watching this, and I was so happy that it wasn't just some crying adolescent about whatever nosebleeds when he sees a
Mm-hmm.
girl or whatever. This guy
Right.
was in it, and yes, watch it tonight if you can. Honestly, yes, please.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? I mean, speaking of big expansive fights and breakneck speed, Fire Force season 3.
Yeah,
What?
you might say like the part two, like part
Yes.
two or part B, however you want to describe it. Yeah, we're
Yeah.
back at it. Like I said, Crunchyroll just like came. We're like, oh yeah, by the way, here's another anime to watch. Like all within the same
Mhm.
time. I'm like, oh Jesus, by the way, this episode is actually completely dubbed. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because I forgot to mention that in Jujutsu Kaisen it's sub at the moment,
Yes.
but with Fire Force it's completely dubbed. I'm like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting to be sub because it's a brand new episode, whatever. So when it
Makes
was
sense.
dubbed, I'm like, okay, perfect. It literally kicks off from where they last left in the previous episode, pretty much. Oh Jesus Christ, I forgot the boy's name. Holy shit, I am so sorry, people.
Shinra.
Yes,
Okay.
he technically touched a pillar and went on a freaking acid trip in the last episode.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. And when I mean like
that's wild.
acid trip, I'm talking about, and literally that hand that hand gesture that you did
Yes.
gave Neon Genesis. It's the Neon Genesis vibe at the very end, where he's like, "What is going on? Like, nothing doesn't make sense."
Yeah.
And I
And I know
don't
that
want
they
to.
have the way that they draw them at times too with their eyes, so I know that probably made it even crazier.
No, it get okay. So if you didn't watch the last episode from the first half of this season 3, they they show a quick backstory of what Shinra sees. It's like what happened before the cataclysm,
Oh.
and technically they show us, not us, but they show they show actual people. And he's like, that looks like humans, but they don't look like humans. If that makes sense. Like to him, we don't look like when they show like regular people, like in Tokyo or whatever. He's
Mhm.
like, they look like humans, but they don't look like humans. It's like split dimension type of thing. Yeah, you like I said, just watch the last
Oh.
episode before watching into this one. It's hard to explain without trying to spoil it.
Oh, that sounds good though. Oh.
Yeah, but pretty much
Hmm.
they go into like what happened because it was like a 3 month span from the last episode to this one in their timeline, and he's like, dude, like you went batshit insane. Like, what happened? He's like, I don't know. I wasn't here. It was like in his mind he wasn't there, but in physically he was there to the rest of the crew. Um, so this episode kicked off. We're kind of gonna recap like everything that happened to Shinra, but in the next couple of episodes, we're going to be going into battles upon battles, and those are the good ones. And without spoiling it, the ending, the ending credits kind of gives the ending of the anime away in a sense. I'm not gonna, and I'll leave it at that. For people that have read the manga, know what they're gonna see, but
Oh,
for people
okay.
that haven't watched it, are not gonna know it until until they watch the rest of the anime. Because sometimes some openings are just don't have any ties to the actual anime, just for funsies or whatever. This
Mhm.
one does.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, but it's good.
I need to hop back into this before it ends then because I want to be. But this has only been one episode, right?
One
That
episode.
has returned.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I'll probably be going to there every Wednesday, probably.
Um, unless they change, yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I think
All
it
right.
came out like noon East Coast time for us.
Okay.
So yeah, because I know everybody's on a different time zone and stuff. But yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I got to check that out then because that's because I loved. Excuse me. Oh, I like that.
That part.
Exactly.
All that.
Y'all are y'all know how my schedule is. That's why y'all sometimes. Um, if that sounds crazy, I'm gonna love watching that. I'm like
Because
already excited to watch that. Truthfully,
where did you leave off at from the last episode?
I left off in season 2. I think I had finished
Oh,
it, but I was cooking at the time, so I wasn't as focused, unfortunately, because I was like sauteing or frying something. So I had to give that like a lot of attention while I was listening to it. So I have to go back. I want to rewatch it, probably like the last 4 episodes. But I know there was a lot going on, and unfortunately, me cooking, I was like, damn it, and I couldn't focus as much as I wanted to. But I was like, okay, I have to go back. You know what? I'll probably end up watching the last 5 then, just because I want to just get a nice good chunk of it.
wait, from season 2, you said?
Yeah, season 2.
Okay, yeah, because if you're at season 3, as of right now, it's 13 episodes
Mm.
for season 3. So I'm pretty sure. So technically speaking, since the last 2 seasons were 24 episodes, I'm pretty sure we
Mm.
might get another 12 to round it out, but I could be wrong
Okay,
for season 3. So you never know.
that's okay because I got a 3-day weekend
Oh yeah, there you go.
coming up. So
Oh yeah.
glutes. I just,
You should just move the hat. Just move
that's
the hat.
horrible.
Just move the
There's been
hat.
a lot of conversations going on before this, folks. Honestly, no, but that sounds great. I love Fire Force. I'm excited to. You know what? I think I might actually wear my Fire Force t-shirt this weekend.
Ooh.
It's one of my favorite tees. That's why I don't wear it because I don't want to mess it up.
Mm.
You know, yeah, because that's how I am about tees. I'm very, very,
You got your favorite ones.
yeah, like I'm very protective. I don't even know if I can get it anymore. I got it from Hot Topic like years ago, but it's like it's one of my favorite t-shirts. It's a t-shirt.
Mm.
It's just a really comforting t-shirt. You know what else is comforting? Watching trailers for anime, which I've turned into that person. I I did not think that I would be like going in and looking for stuff for Crunchyroll on YouTube, but I do, and it's so comforting and fun. And I was on there the other day. I forgot what I was looking at, and I ended up seeing a trailer for Scum of the Brave. That's a wild title, but it's even wilder anime. So basically, what this is about like underworld bosses, which I believe are called Demon Kings,
Okay.
and they have these amazing powers they got from like augmented surgeries and such like that. Now, to counteract them, there are these bounty hunters, which they call quote unquote heroes. Notice the theme here, folks, with the characters that I tend to like? Exactly. Heroes. They're bounty hunters, and they end up having powers. I want to say it's because of this drug serum, what have you, that I think it's called E3 or something like that. And to counteract them,
Oh, R.I.P.
they
E3.
oh my god, yes, I didn't even think about that. You know what? That might not even be the name. That may have been me subconsciously saying that. That might not even be the name of it, honestly. That may have just been me subconsciously saying that.
Just like, oh,
E3,
R.I.P.
G4, you know, what have you.
It's a drug.
Any letter and number is fine. G4 would have been a deeper cut for me personally, but
Oh,
exactly. If I
yeah.
had the money, oh, you don't want to know what I would do with the third coming of G4. Yeah. So the character in the orange jacket here is our lead character, and he's kind of a lone wolf type, what have you, and he ends up getting besought by this high school girl who says that she wants to be his protege, and he likes to work alone, so it's him and her end up like budding, and she wants to be his apprentice and everything, and he go from there. I absolutely love that. The idea of it is just so cool. Again, I like bounty hunters and action stuff, and I like um characters that are trying to redeem themselves or that are
Hmm.
just really gruff. So that to me is just very cool. Excuse me. And I like the fact that it's not magic and it's more like surgery or augmentation, bionics, serums, like things like that, like more sci-fi than fantasy. Not that I don't love fantasy, obviously, because I just talked about, Senses to be a hero, which is fantasy and it's also cool. But the trailer looks great. I would show you the trailer, but for some reason lately, on YouTube, even though the videos have been from YouTube, we've been getting censored. and been getting blocks on us. So I haven't wanted to show a trailer, and I've just been showing you pictures. I don't know why it is, even though the videos are from YouTube. I have to look into it. But yeah, this is one that's going to be awesome. Not sure when it's going to be coming out. I think obviously it's going to be this time this year.
I'm gonna give it April.
That, you know what, that sounds about right for some reason.
Usually
Yeah,
April is like a lot of like their spring animes, because I think technically we're still in the winter phase for it.
yeah, that makes sense. It says January 11th.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right. I might have to leave the show for a minute. Give me a second. I'll watch
Ooh.
this. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, that doesn't
Oh,
seem.
wait, no, yeah. I'm on Crunchyroll right now. First episode just dropped.
Is it dubbed?
Nope, it's subbed. But it looks like it's like a typical 22-minute episode.
Okay, yeah. Well, I don't mind. I'm actually loving that with anime. I noticed it more obviously with um uh Demon Slayer, where the episodes had an even flow. Some of them were 22, some of them were 40, some of them were an hour plus. I actually like them having not having any restrictions as far as that goes, and just giving us the story that they're giving us that week and the time. I actually
Mm-hmm.
enjoy that a lot, which I didn't think I would, but I enjoy that. But yeah, this looks really cool. So go check it out after you watch the show, folks. I guess.
Yeah.
Wait, is today the 11th?
No, today it's the 12th.
Oh, so it was yesterday. Oh, yeah. Yo, Sunday. A lot. Some shows release on Sunday too. Oh yeah. I didn't even realize it was on there because I was cooking yesterday, and y'all know Sundays are my horror and anime days when I'm cooking.
Mm-hmm.
And oh wow. Yeah. Okay. So because I was watching a movie, and then I switched into anime, and then I was like, oh, okay. So I will be checking this out. Yeah. So go check this out. Like I said, I love the look of it. It looks really cool and fun, and I'm down for that. I don't know what that was.
Sweet. And I think to answer our commenter's question, yes, we do like Chainsaw Man.
Oh, I was going to bring that up at the end.
Oh,
No,
sorry.
that's fine. I have watched the first episode. I dug it, but I think the animation threw me off a little bit. But I want to go back and watch.
It's
Yeah,
so
it was something
good.
about. I think it's because I'm not sure how to describe it. It was something about it threw me off. But I want to go back and dive into it more since I'm immersing myself more into anime and such, which I'm enjoying this like ride with it as well.
Well, I mean,
But I
technically,
would like to.
there's only one animated season, just like for your FYI on Crunchyroll, and then there's like two compilation movies. I think to recap what happens in season one, and then there's a Broadway show that's on there as well.
Okay, so that's what's on Crunchyroll. Because I saw season
Mm-hmm.
two, it said on Crunchyroll because it says two seasons. I was like, oh, okay, let me check this
No,
out.
no, no, it's just like a compilation, kind of like how they did for like Attack on Titan, where it's like the chronicle stuff of everything. So that's what they're doing, because the last thing that came out that was new was the movie that came out back in October,
Oh
and that was
yes,
like
yes, yes.
The Rezo arc, which I thought that that's what they had put on Crunchyroll, but it wasn't. Because if they put that on there, I was like, ooh, bet a good movie night, but that
Mm.
wasn't it. So I'm like, oh man.
Well, that sucks, but it will be coming out soon. Speaking of what it could be coming out soon, Soul Living hiatus. Where's it at, Jabba? What's going
Uh,
on?
I don't know, but like I said, like not all anime comes from Japan. There is some anime that comes from like different countries like China
Mhm.
or Korea. And obviously, we need to know that with So Leveling, it is a Korean show, I guess Korean anime per se. I don't know if there's another title to call it in between that, but yeah, apparently there's news that the what is it that I'm trying to think. It's the not the creator. No, is it the creator or the artist? So one of the main people, yes, the artist who does the Soul Leveling for Ragnarok, he's actually going on hiatus from military services
Oh
because, as
wow.
you know, yeah, because as you know, usually in South Korea, a lot of people will have to go at a certain time for like things like 2 years for like their
Hmm.
military service. I don't think it matters like what field you're in, because I know members from like BTS had to do like two members like BTS had to go for the military service, but now they're back. So now they're gonna be doing like a whole new album, which is like a totally different like side note, but just saying like for example, like the most recent people.
Thank you.
I mean, it's close thing I can think of, yeah. Close thing I can think of.
Just saying.
Yeah, just side note. Um,
Outstanding.
but yeah, so they're oh yeah, it's only for like the all the South Korean male citizens have to they're required to do like a 2-year military service.
Okay.
So I don't know what age it has to be, but apparently like, he has a ticket, he has to go, serve his country, totally get it. So don't know if the other creators can like try and get like another artist to go in between, because you never know, they might all have to go for like their military duties, but we don't know when they're gonna come back.
Okay. I mean, that's okay. I mean, with everything that we're getting right now and all the anime that's being thrown at us, like I said, in a bucket, launching it off, that's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Um, and they're doing their thing over there. What have you? This is an anime that's worth waiting for.
Mm-hmm.
Between the service and just getting the fine tuning right and such like that. I know that they were talking about third season a while ago, like they were talking about like it might not be done. I know there were talks about at a certain point they weren't sure if they were actually going to get to do it because of this and
Mm-hmm.
a third. It may have been because of this factor. They didn't. I don't believe they actually gave a reason in what I was reading. But this was a while ago, so this makes sense. Look, if you're hungering for it, go back and rewatch the first and second seasons. You will not. The first season is my favorite, I think, just because it's just so
It's
damn good.
interesting. Yeah.
Yeah, it just loved.
I mean, you can also just go ahead and get the books. I know I got the first 3.
Yeah, there's books. There's also a game.
Mm-hmm. That we did
There's a game
mention
and
a few
stuff.
episodes back.
Yeah. So I mean, there's stuff to go back there, but then you can also watch some of the stuff that's new, the stuff that we're talking about today. Go watch some of the new stuff, and then when it's getting ready to come back, you know what I do? Same thing. Rewatch the previous stuff so you can be even more ready for what's about to come. You refresh, you find out more. Sometimes on the second or even third watch, you find out even more little things that you may not have noticed in the first or even second watch. That happens to me a lot with comics or with anime
Mm-hmm.
as well because then I'm able to take in more because I'm not so astonished by everything that's happening now. Your mind is a little more relaxed. You can take in more of the information. I love that. So yeah, all for it. When it returns, we will be here. You know what else is returned? Samurai Troopers. Well, here in the States, it's called Ronin Warriors. Yeah, we got the sequel series to Samurai Troopers, which is please, I apologize for my pronunciation already. It is Yoroi Shinden Samurai Troopers, which would just be obviously here in America we're just calling it Samurai Troopers or Ronin Warriors. This was a show that was around. It said 35 years ago, I think,
Yep, it came out in.
which is
I'm looking
crazy.
at details right now.
Actually, you know what? I think it came out around like 89. I think they were saying originally when it was Samurai Troopers, so that actually makes sense.
But now they got the new one.
That makes my back hurt. I'm not even gonna lie. So basically, here's the gist of the original Samurai Troopers or Ronin Warriors. There were these five teens with attitudes, and wait, no, wait, nope, hold on, nope, wrong show. Sorry. Anyway, I got sorry. There are these five guys, and they end up having these exosuits, these armors, and it gave them each a different power. And they went up against Talpa, who was this demon king, and his warlords, who had really cool things like Snake Fang Strike or Quake with Fear as their finishers. Some of you who have Jabba knows. Some of you who
Mm-hmm.
know, who have ever heard me game or anything like that, know that sometimes when I do a super, I will say something.
Yep.
I get any of them that I use, I get from Ronin Warriors. I do. Um, so they had, I think, about 2 seasons of this series. I think they had 3 OVAs, maybe
I
something
wouldn't
like that I
be
want to say.
surprised.
So now they have come out with a sequel series for it. And now the demons are coming back, but there's a task force. There's like this big government task force that is the special force that is deals with them. And they have the Ronin Warriors that work for the Samurai Troopers. But it turns out that the Samurai Troopers aren't everything that they say they are. And one of the new warlords for the Demon King isn't who he thinks as well. There's a very big twist, and I was like, oh, at first I wasn't really digging it. I was like, okay. I'm not really digging this. Maybe we should just left. And then at the end, I was like, oh, you got me. And I was like, this actually is kind of cool. I kind of like where this is going. It's a nice departure from the original series, which I did love. It's also the fact of you can tell I wanted to watch this because I watched it subbed, which I don't watch. And I was like, oh, took me a little bit because again, I always focus more on the animation than the words because I love seeing the animation and how they interact and just it's just fascinating to me. But that's how much I wanted to watch this. And I really enjoyed it. I don't want to say what the twist is because it really threw me off guard. But this is what I recommend. The first episode came out, I want to say as well, last Tuesday or Wednesday, because I watched it. I actually watched it Sunday because I was kind of hyping myself up to watch a subbed anime. Don't make fun of me. Don't you dare make fun of me. I need dubbed, but I watched it.
No, it's not wrong because you know how I realized. I remember you were talking about this a while that it was coming back, and guess where I found like the first maybe like 5 minutes of it, and I'm like, oh, what is this? It was on TikTok, and I'm like, oh,
I was about to say
it's blood. I'm like, oh, somebody just singing along, and all hell breaks loose. I'm like, I need to watch this. I need to watch it.
The singing part is I don't know the song, but that doesn't make a difference to it. I think it might add something to. I think when they dub it, I think when they dub, I think they might change it to a song that American audiences will know that fits it. Maybe.
I think I know it, and like after the show, we could go back and recap, and I'll let you know probably what it is.
It sounded familiar, but I was like, no, that doesn't make any sense. But again, it could be something that it doesn't make any sense. That's why they put it in there because of what happened. I enjoyed it though. That twist got me because I wasn't really digging it until that twist, and I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, this is one I want to check it out. I'm actually going through and rewatching the old stuff too. So I'm gonna watch the whole series and then the OVAs that were after it, just because I just really love that the anime. That anime reminds me of high school when I was like happy in high school, so it's a good feeling for me. It wasn't very long. It's very because I like high school.
It's only 2 years ago. It's fine. Yeah. It's fine.
So this is cool. But I know that this is one that you actually originally wanted to talk about, but I had already called dibs on it.
Yeah, because like I saw that first 5 minutes of my sim, like, oh, this looks interesting. So we could talk about it.
Yeah. Did you watch it?
Not yet.
Watch it and let me know what you think.
Yeah, I haven't watched it yet. Because even though this wasn't on our topic, but we have 2 minutes, I was busy watching Stranger Things and watching that last season, the final season go. And side note for everybody, they did drop a 2-hour documentary today on how they did the whole recap of season 5. And they have like, different pieces from like, season, from like throughout the entire series. So you got to see how that all works out. Because there's a lot of things I didn't realize that they add in there, especially for like when they do like their practical effects, which I actually enjoyed because I didn't realize how practical the entire show was, which I appreciate. So a lot of it was like visual effects all the time.
I have to check. I haven't watched it yet, so I do have to go back. But there's a lot going on. But you know what happened? There's always a lot going on. But,
pretty much.
Exactly. So, as Jabba always likes to bring up and everything, I'll ask Jabba, what are you watching right now?
What am I watching right now? Well, besides the animes that we just talked about, at least the ones that I recapped, I've been watching, the new episodes of Law & Order just dropped, so I'm watching those. Ding, ding.
Did you watch the Law & Order and then the SVU? Did you watch like both parts or just part 2?
It's a crossover?
Yeah, it's a crossover.
Damn it. Okay, no, I gotta watch Law & Order first.
Did you watch it live?
No.
Did you watch it on Peacock?
Yep.
It tells you on Peacock, like before it starts, it says this is part 2 of the episode.
Well, no. I was watching the few episodes before the new episode came out. just
Oh, oh,
to get into it. So I didn't. So now I know I
okay.
need to
Oh,
watch Law and Order first
yes.
before watching SVU. So wait, because normally, especially in that case, is organized crime back as well? Because
No.
those two play within each other, especially for like
Yeah.
SVU and organized crime.
No, not yet. I think that
Okay.
might come later on. That show has gotten since it's exclusively on Peacock, it has gotten better and darker. It feels more like something for Stabler. It feels
Okay.
like his vehicle, truthfully, because they started throwing out. I think when they decided that they were going on Peacock exclusively, they changed the script. They were like, oh well, we can start throwing in curse words, right? And they started going out.
Yeah.
I was like, but it feels more natural for Stabler's show
Oh yeah.
and world. You know what I mean?
It's like when I heard that, I'm like, pause, rewind that back. I'm like, did I hear that correctly?
Exactly. Yeah, but no, that's always a win. I mean, SVU is always a win, always.
Mm-hmm. So what are you watching, sir? Or what do you know? What are you reading?
Oh. Wow,
Mm,
he
mm,
threw me there. He threw me through a loop
mm,
there because I was going to
mm.
tell you what I'm watching. What am I reading right
Fine, give
now?
me a twofer. You can say what are you reading and what are you watching?
Um, well, you know what? Watching, I'm actually going to give you the watching. The watching is actually kind of funny. I am watching Highlander, this series.
I know it. I,
Yes.
Highlander. I
Highlander, the
know that
series.
show.
It's about immortals who cut each other's heads off to gain the power of the other immortal. Based on a
Okay.
movie
Okay.
from years ago. This is a series I loved. This is actually follows the adventures of Duncan MacLeod of the Clan MacLeod, who is the clansman or quote unquote cousin of Connor MacLeod, who is the main character from the movie series.
Okay.
I was a huge fan of the movie. Christopher Lambert, a Frenchman playing a Scotsman, and then you have a Scotsman playing an Egyptian. Nothing is right about this show, a movie in that sense. But then you have Clancy Brown is also in it as the Kurgan, who is the main villain. Mr. Krabs, which is
Uh,
awesome. So Christopher
I mean,
Lambert, Sean Connery,
that's
huh?
Mr. Krabs. That's Lex Luthor right there. It's like
He's done so much. Clancy Brown is one of those dudes who's just always there, and
yeah.
when you see him pop up, it's hilarious because you're like, this dude's awesome. I got to see him at New York Comic Con that one year when they were doing the um uh Penguin.
Oh, okay.
That might have been last year's New York Comic Con, possibly. Yeah, so I've been watching that because that's a show I actually loved and I followed it from UPN. Yes, UPN. I want to say
Wow.
exactly. From then it would go to CBS like late at night, so it was watched. And I never got to finish it, unfortunately. So I'm watching now. Right now I'm in the long hair Duncan of section of the show, which is the first season. And I'm just having a good
Okay.
time with it. It's just something fun. So yes. What am I reading? I am like everything.
Mm,
Because I'm constantly reading something.
mm-hmm.
Right now, I'm reading Speed Racer.
God,
Um,
Speed
Huge
Racer.
fan. That's kind
God,
of
Speed
a
Racer. God,
manga
Speed
anime
Racer. God,
tie-in.
God. Mm.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of the new series. How they've kind of updated it, still Speed and his family and racing, but then there's also a tie-in series for Racer X. I'm not going to spoil it and
Mm.
tell you who Racer X is. I think we all knew within the first episode. I actually want to go back and rewatch Speed Racer.
Oh, the movie?
No, the anime.
Oh, the anime. Okay.
Like the old. I've never seen the movie.
You never see.
Never seen it. I was at New York
uh.
Comic Con when they were talking about it, and the little boy that played his brother. I forgot his brother's name. I almost said Squirtle, and I know that's not. That's
Oh.
not. His, I don't. I, I almost said Squirtle, and I was like, that's not his name. That makes no sense. What's his name? His brother's name is. Oh my! I can't
Let's
remember his
see.
brother's name.
Was it? It's Speed Trixie. I'm going
Sprocket? No, that's not Sprocket.
Sparky.
Yes, yeah, that sounds. I really almost said Squirtle, and I don't know why. That makes
I'm
no
like,
sense at all.
oh, where can you?
I don't know why they
No,
did.
you don't. You shouldn't have to rent Speed Racer on Amazon. Not even for no $6. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's not included anymore. Oh,
Nah, it's
it
on
was on
Amazon
Prime.
Video. It says but I don't know if it's because I'm not probably logged into my Prime. I'm just looking at from like IMDb.
Oh, okay. It was. I think at one point it was on Crunchyroll too. I don't know if it's not, but no. But I actually want to go. But that'll be a later time. That I can
I
because
mean,
the
I played this Speed Racer is like back in the day for when they tried to do Dragon Ball, where it's like extra colorful, but for no reason.
yeah.
But I think
And
it got better reviews than what Dragon Ball did, so I'm just gonna leave it there.
yeah, that's probably why I haven't watched it. I remember when they started showing Speed Racer the anime on MTV late at night. I think it was when the movie was
Wow.
about to come out or something like that. Or for
Oh
some reason
yeah.
there was a resurgence. No, no. This was when I was in high school. They started showing it. I don't know what happened. I think it was just a resurgence, some like retro thing. Sometimes something retro just comes back for no reason at all.
Yeah. Can we give like a quick shout out and RIP
Yes,
to MTV because they're no longer in service.
they did it to themselves.
I know, but the network's now down. So RIP MTV.
Well, not all of it. Just like the
Like the
there's
main MTV.
I thought it was just like the MTV2 and like all those other
Oh
ones. I
yeah,
thought those
all
were
of
running
those,
like
but
that.
like those like the best ones like to like recap like certain shows that you couldn't find on like regular MTV when they got pushed
Yeah,
before the new shows popped up back up. I think like now on Paramount.
they should just called it TV, not even MTV.
Well, they took away the music at one point, so you know.
They took away the music. Like it's just it is sad though because that was my childhood, and now
Hmm.
it's just gone. It doesn't. How do you have a music channel and not have any music on it? Doesn't make sense. All for
Think
trashy
so.
TV. I don't Anyway, folks, that has been the show. So we've given you a lot to think about as far as animes you should watch. I
Hmm.
mean, we've got the return of an anime from 35 years ago. We've got part two of Fire Force, which is incredible. We've got another anime about incarcerated warriors redeeming themselves by fighting monsters in this fantasy world. We've got a new anime that just came out, apparently. Thank you, Jabba, for letting me know.
You're welcome.
That just came out that premiered about that I might actually watch that dub. Watch if I become this person that watches subs. Oh, it's
Ooh.
over for all of you. It's over for all of you. If I learn Japanese because of anime, it's over for all of you. Done.
I mean, you do pick up on things
Mm-hmm.
after from like the person myself that has watched both sub and dub, especially like I'm say college years. So let's say about like 2008. I've
Mm-hmm.
like been watching them ever since. So it's like you kind of pick on certain lingos and dialect for it without having to do Duolingo. So it's like it's like, oh, he said that, I understood that, got it.
Yeah. Because any of the phrases that I do know in Japanese are not something that you should say in public. I'll be honest with you. Anyway, folks, look, that's
There.
been the show. You have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Please be safe. Thank you so very much. And Wednesday, Comics Culture Chat is back. Myself and Robert will be talking about some the events that are going to be coming up. We'll have comic book reviews, usual stuff. And this Friday is also the return of the Hungry Bleak show. I'll be talking about some of the almost yanked the cord right out of my ear. Great, it's awesome. That's what we do
Jesus.
here. I'll be talking about comics and some stuff that's going on, and that'll be the show. Look, 2026 is the year of community, culture, and resistance. So we're going to do
Amen.
the best we can. All right. Jabba, do you have any final words?
Drink your water and be careful, everybody. We love you.
There you go. Drink your water. Be careful. And I like y'all. I'm not gonna say I love. Some of you out there I do love. Some of you I like. We got to work up to that point. It's levels to this
Bam.
relationship, folks. There's levels to the relationship. I got to get to know you better. I gotta, we got to bond.
That's
I don't
that's
know.
fair. That's
You know what I
fair.
mean? Do you wash your hands? How do you feel
I
about
hope
certain
you do.
things? I don't know. Not everybody
I
washes
hope
their
you wash
hands.
your hands. I hope you wash your chicken. I hope you wash all your foods. I'm just saying.
That was a deep cut to the chat. Thank you. Um,
Mhm.
folks, have a very good evening. Enjoy the rest of it. Please be safe. And as always, F Trump and F Ice. I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Bye.